face to everyone here. My name is SOOK, entry number 271942. Now I'm going to talk about the business plan of our succession plan. As you can see here, we actually set our vision and mission for our company. So for the first vision our vision is to be the preferred cargo gateway for the North region, and our vision is to provide infrastructures and service to enable trade and economic development in the region. Right now, I'm going to talk about our value. To actually let us to recognize the impact, our value have our behavior and decision-making process. Our common value system consistently applied can and will positively contribute to the successful delivery of this plan. That's why we have proposed a 3 value for our company. So for our first value is honorable, second value is bold, lastly is can do. So what is the meaning behind all this value is we want to act with integrity and sincerity. We are honest and fair in our all dealings. Secondly, we are driven, agile and fresh in our approach. We are brave and do the right things for the right reason. And lastly, we are optimistic, friendly, approachable, open and engaging. Moving on, I'm going to talk about the objective of our company. We set 2 objectives for our company. For the first objective is we want to becoming the world-class infrastructures that promote growth. And secondly is we want to have a secure, efficiency and environmental sustainable supply chain. And for all these objectives, we propose 2 initiatives for each. For the first objective, we have 2 initiatives. For the first initiative is we want to develop key near-term cargo-related infrastructure projects, and secondly is we want to identify and plan for others long-term infrastructures and transportation needs. And all these 2 initiatives will contribute back to the objective of world-class infrastructures that promote growth. Secondly, for the second objective, we also have the same, which is 2 initiatives. For the first initiative is we want to implement security and public strategy that supports goods movement and mitigate the risk. And second initiative is we want to facilitate supply chain efficiency and terminal velocity with supply chain partners. And all 2 initiatives will contribute back to the objective 2, which is a secure, efficiency and environmental sustainable supply chain. Moving on, I'm going to talk about the strategy of our company. We hope to strengthen community connection by actively engaging with our environmental stakeholders. As you can see in our left-hand side, we propose 4 steps to actually achieve the strategy. For the first step, we want to develop an outreach program to discuss environmental stewardship at port. Secondly, we want to work with partners to create ecological benefit and improve operating and permitting efficiency. Thirdly, we want to establish regular communications with tribal entities. And lastly, we will seek ways to improve the stewardship of our industry and region by sharing knowledge and also the technology. Moving on, I'm going to talk about the second strategy of our succession plan. Second strategy will be we want to build partnership to advance and communicate shared goals. And with the same thing, we have 3 steps that propose to actually achieve this strategy. For the first step is we want to create a program by which port commissioners, leaders and staff discuss opportunity, port goal and progress with partners including port channels, labor organizations to actually achieve this strategy. Secondly, we will develop a program in which port employees proactively participate in environmental stewardship program, business development activities, education and workforce development, and others volunteers activity to build the employee with capacity. And lastly, we will pursue opportunity to share port knowledge and also resources with the community partners to advance shared goals. That's the way that we want to achieve our strategy. That's all from me. I'll pass to the next presenters.
Assalamualaikum, my name is BINTI IBRAHIM, metric number 275623. Total Quality Management (TQM) involve a company's consistent and concert effort to focus on product and process improvement. Quality is no longer just the domain of service inspector, quality assurance director and work supervisor. First and foremost, to forecasting TQM is customer is king. One of the key principles of TQM is that quality is determined by the customer and the requirement. The next one is defining quality. For forecast to be accurate, port must start with as much information as possible about customer needs and desire. Market research can give your port an understanding of what demand has been like in the past and how it is now. The next one is commitment. Everyone should be active in enhancing the quality of TQM participation, and this will not be possible without universal collaboration. Last but not least, fact-based decision making. Decision should be based on fact and should be collected in the form of data and statistics. Therefore, this view is called pragmatic management, which is contrast to result-based management. The first thing to focus the succession operation planning is improvement of container handling productivity. Planning the yard and traffic system for direct loading of lengthy haul of outgoing box from the outside in order to maximize container handling productivity. As a result, it is advised that a handling productivity objective be established, such as 22 box per hour, and that it be evaluated regularly. Furthermore, if the crane driver is unable to meet the objective for any reason, he must be replaced by someone else. On the other side, if he does really well, such as 23 box per hour or even more on average, he should be rewarded with additional compensations. This can encourage people to work more, improve their result, and maintain their job. The next one is ship berthing time. Due to the lack of proper yard and transformation planning, the actual total container handling productivity is very low. Therefore, container ships have to berth for a long time. The berthing time of container ship is expected to be significantly reduced from the current average level, resulting in benefit from saving ship stay costs. Therefore, it is suggested that Malaysian port must have proper storage yard and traffic planning so that long-distance outbound container can be loaded directly from the storage area outside the port area to the side of the dock. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is IZZAH and my entry number is 277455. Port and shipping are foremost through of international trade. There is a remarkable growth, world trade in volume, tonnage transported by sea, tonnage handled in port, and the world fleet. From the end of the Second World War to date, world export has grown significantly. Trade by sea is becoming the most widely used. The growth of maritime transport has been one of the factors that have made possible the expansion of international trade. Ports are often approached as clusters of company and economic activity. Port typically consists of geographically concentrated and naturally related business units centered around transport, trade, and industrial production. Port clusters exhibit strong scale and scope advantage linked to physical cargo flow. The concentration of activity opens more opportunity to the bundling of cargo flow via intermodal transport such as short sea, barge, or rail, and to achieve higher connectivity to the rest of the world via frequent transport service. Port cluster can be home to a wide range of activity. For instance, we took Port Klang Westport as our example. A cargo forecast carried out by BINTI as Senyum Berhad, the total container throughput for Westport is expected to grow to 12.2 million TEU units by 2022 and to 26.8 million TEU units by 2040 at annual growth rate of 4.8%. However, the maximum handling capacity of the existing terminal at Westport is 50 million TEU units. Therefore, the government of Malaysia has a focus on continuously improving and enhancing the efficiency of port through government plan and policy related to port expansion. One of the plans is strengthening infrastructure to support economic expansion by expanding port capacity, assets, and operation, and unleashing growth of logistics and enhancing trade facilitation. That's all for my part.
So hi, good morning everyone. First of all, I want to introduce myself first. My name is IZZAH binti SAHARNAKA and my entry number is 277564. So basically in our slide presentation, I want to be more focused to explain about the process of market research plan on the SEAPORT industry. So basically from this research plan, they have to be focused to make a planning for a sustainable on the SEAPORT industry, especially for 2 years. So there are 5 processes to be identified and I will be more focused explained. For the first process is identify a problem in a port, which is, for example, the port congestion. It will become because the port congestion can be defined as a situation when the vessel arriving at the port for cargo container to be unloading and loading, but it was unable to operate as well and must be awaited at bird port until the port become congested. That will be reason as becoming the port congestion. Also, the reason why this is become because of the lack of port handling equipment, and also
the caused by bad weather. So that's why the port congestion will become. So the next process is developed to find solution on solving the problem. So this solution that the research plan make it, they have to survey, for example, make a sample from survey question to apply the best alternative can provide on the port. So they also can give in the freight in a more lead time to prepare the documents for secure the cargo and make sure the destination cargo cannot be delayed. And also the research plan was giving to the freighter, which is advice from expertise of consultations. For example, they have to ensure the custom regulation that made is accurate, and it will be more easily to make sure the activity can be done at the port was be smoothly. So the third process is collect the data and information, this process is more focused to make strategies to improve and develop the port to become efficient and convenient. So the fourth process is analyze the data and the report finding. For example, this process is more focused to identify the strategies and make improvement to develop strategies from make sure the port can be operated efficiently. So the last process is taking action. For example, to achieve the increasing the customer loyalty when using the port. For example, they have to provide the best service on the customers, such as the delivery time, pricing, and safety on the freighter or some else authority want to be do activity at the port. So that's all. We go next to the next slide. We move to the next slide, which is the factor of succession plans by seaport industry. This factor can be made by seaport industry. The first element that want to be focused explained is about making evaluations on business risk. For example, they have to evaluate the economy of a service at the port. This is because when the strategies that can made by seaport industry is very successful because of the potential of economy will be growth immediately, and the demand also can be increased. So the second evaluation that can make is quality of service seaport. This is more focused to give influence on demand customer, which is customer can be use the facility of seaport industry in a cost system because of the service on delivery time was in right time and the pricing was reasonable, and also the safety that provided by seaport is more secure and upgraded. So the third evaluation can made on business risk is operation management. Operation management, that means when seaport can be operating inefficient, the demand will be growth. So to achieve the cost of efficiency by seaport can be decreased because the demand was increased. So the cost to be covered in maintenance also can be decreased for make sure the operating of seaport facilities can be sustained in the long term. So the second factors on succession plan on seaport industry can be discussed is make an evaluation on financial management. The first one is that I want to be focused is financial policy. Financial policy is more focused to ensure the company of seaport strategies can be fulfill all the demands customer, and also make sure the financial obligation can be paid on the right time. And the second one, evaluation on financial management, is financial flexibility. That means this is more to ensure the analysis of finance that must they cover, such as insurance on high risk, can be covered in the low cost to claim the insurance for covering the bad scenario will be happen on them. So the last evaluation that can be is capital structure. This is more focused when the liability of a management can be operated in a good condition. The economy of business in the seaport industry also can be increased. Then the currency of money on the country is also can be increased. This is because of the capital of structure that provided by them is achieved in successfully.